gotta take a fucking Pepsid before this video starts. I ate 4 hot dogs earlier. I'm feeling the effects now. Okay, so in today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the fucking Master. And I'm gonna put a picture of him up on the screen. He's literally the fucking digital representation of a picked scab covered in nuclear waste. He was formerly known as Richard Gray, who is formerly known as Richard Morio when he was in a mutie. And he's the main antagonist of Fallout 1 and the leader of a group called Unity, which is a mutant organization that wants to turn everyone in the wasteland into super mutants. He lives in New California and is a weird fucking blend of like a ton of people and somehow, for some reason, a computer. He literally looks like a vilified Tangela from Pokemon, and his main goal is to turn Wastelanders into some elite group of mutants or whatever that would be ideal for living in the wasteland, and he planned on doing this by exposing everyone to the FEV virus. Surprisingly, he was born before the Great War and was actually a resident of Vault 8 and left the vault in 2092, which was only about 15 years after the bombs fell, making it one of the earliest vaults to ever open, even before the best vault ever, Vault 76, where they had epic booze parties. After leaving the vault, Dick made his way to the hub, nice, and declared himself as a doctor and changed his last name from Morio to Gray, which is a lot easier to say, and became a pretty popular chat amongst his peers. Then, in 2102, Richard went on an expedition to Mariposa Military Base with Harold, that tree dude you see in Fallout 3, and some chick named Francine, and fucking Mark, and a couple of others because there was a word of attacks from a weird monster in that area. In June of the same year, they all got attacked by mutants, and a few kicked the bucket. While fleeing, Richard and the tree guy got hit by a mechanical crane, and Harold was the only one injured, but he got to escape. Richard was knocked into one of the fucking FEV vats and couldn't get out. He floated around the vats like a rubber ducky for a few days and almost drowned a couple of times. Since he was exposed to the virus for so long, he started to mutate into this horrible fucking cum blob and eventually pulled himself out of the vats, but he still mutated for another week or so. After hanging out for a while and getting his mind back into working order, he got curious about the FEV and started throwing shit in there, starting with a rat and a dog, which resulted in them fusing together. Then, in 2102, he started injecting the fucking shit into his body, which caused him to neurologically link with computers, which he used that ability to get into the military base's data banks. And with that data, he started throwing people into the fucking vats, and who would have guessed it, it killed them. But after a while, he got mad lucky and made the world's first super mutants, and with that success, he started to corral a bunch of humans and make a fucking army of human mutants over the next 30 years, until the Great Winter of 2130, which caused there to be a shortage of subjects. That was a fucking tongue twister. But when 2131 rolled around, the Master started to get more subjects from caravans making their way around the wasteland and got the train moving again. Small towns refused to try and figure out what was going on, and that led to the super mutant population to grow a lot more, to the point where mutants were able to sustain mass production, which in turn made a mutant army named Unity that would continue to expand in California over the next 15 years. In 2152, the Master would enlist the help of some nerd named Morpheus and his cultists. The Master wanted to use Morpheus and his members as undercover spies across the wasteland so he could recruit more people into his army. Later in 2155, the Master found and took over a Los Angeles vault prototype and transferred his command into the vault, and had Morpheus and his gang fix up the building so they can make it into their base. This created the Cathedral and the Children. After claiming the base as their own, the mutants started to hunt for more test subjects. This allowed for Unity to have a steady expansion in California until March 3rd of 2162, when the Vault Dweller, who is the playable character in Fallout 1, infiltrated the Cathedral and blew it the fuck up with a nuclear weapon, killing the Master. There's also another ending in the game, but it's not canon because it would not allow for Fallout 2 to take place. In the ending, the Vault Dweller allows himself to be captured by the mutant and joins the Master in his plans of having the mutants take over the wasteland. He is then seen destroying everything and killing everyone in Vault 13. Now that's gonna have to do it for everything I have to tell you about the cum blob mixed with a human scab of a final boss the Master is. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as well as check out my TikTok, which is going to be linked in the description below. Have an epic day.